First, you're going to dig a hole in some soil or sand or really smooth gravel, just something you can use to make the form for the concrete. I ended up making 3 holes and I tried to make the shape just slightly different, some shallow, some deep, and then I lined them with plastic poly. You could also use garbage bags. I mixed 1 bag of ready mix concrete in a wheelbarrow and I followed the directions on the back. It was feeling a little bit thick even with the amount of water it said to add, so I did add a little bit more water. Once the consistency was just right, kind of like smooth peanut butter, I added the concrete. I poured it into the forms in the soil. After a few scoops of concrete, I got a small scrap 2x4 and I just used it to kind of tamper down the concrete and smooth out the top part. I repeated the same steps for the next 2, and then I put a screw in them. Stuck the screw in with the head into the concrete, so the pointy side up, and let it dry. After about 12 hours, I took them out of the soil and I took the plastic off and flipped them over and let them dry for about another 5 hours. I had these beautiful driftwood logs that I collected from the ocean last summer, and I cut it into 3 shorter sections and I drilled a hole in each one, and then I screwed it onto the screw that's in the concrete. I had some issues with the red spray paint, so I ended up switching over to pink, and I spray painted just the concrete part. I put the piece of cardboard covering the wood stem so that I wouldn't get any spray paint on the wood stem. I used my super handy garden drill by Craftsman to drill a hole, and it just happened to be the exact diameter that we needed to put the stem in. I spray painted some dots. I did add some white ones earlier, but they didn't show up very well, so I went back and added these blue ones once it was standing up and easier to spray paint. And now I have some really cute cotton candy inspired mushrooms for my front yard garden. If you love DIY, garden, and home things, make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out our other videos too.